Good morning everyone in the Star Atlas metaverse. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back to update you on what's happening in Star Atlas. Now, I hope you watched the last video I posted because it was an interview with Funcracker and Prometheus, the Aephian founders and leaders. It was a very productive interview. I'm so happy with it. So go ahead and watch it. I'm going to leave a link down in the description for you. First off, what are we going to be talking about today? We have some new video alpha gameplay that we can dissect. We have the Oni report, which is roadmap scan number 3. And then just some economic report stuff. You know, I read the entire report, anything else I kind of noticed from there. So let's get started. This is the Oni Dream Within a Dream, Star Atlas number 2, Star Atlas roadmap scan number 11. It's a very large document. As always, they give us a bit of a story for you to involve yourself into the metaverse. It's quite a good story, I believe. The people responsible for this, they're putting a lot of work in, to be honest. There's a lot of work in here. So I'm very happy with it, to be honest. I haven't read all of them, but I do read most of them because this one is huge, right? This one's very big, but I would really recommend everyone go and read them. And my girlfriend as well will be coming back. She got COVID. She'll be coming back to do the stories so everyone can read. First off, we did see some alpha reveal, right? We saw this one before. I'm going to put this on 2K quality so that people can see. We already watched this one. This one was about the different doors and the table of minimalism. I love it. So this was going through to show you some of the opening doors of the ships. This is the table that's within the ship that when you first go into it, it'll come out and then construct itself. I love it. It's nice. Very, very simple. Don't know where all of the stuff comes from though. Maybe it's nanite technology. And that the thing in the top left, I couldn't figure out what it was. And then we have, I think it was the PSX X5, X6? And then, yeah, they just open the back of it and you're able to go in and look at it. And I think there's a little punab in there. Now, the next video actually shows you the continuation of this and you going into the ship. There's a few other things, right? So this is the one that we haven't seen yet. This is you going inside the ship. There's a little punab there. That's a PS ship, of course. Don't know why there was a small cut there. Maybe they had to do... look at the detail. This is now 2K quality, right? Look at the detail so far. Very nice. And that's the table being put in the actual ship. I don't know why it's not starting up at the moment. Maybe they haven't just rigged it. They haven't put in the animations for it. Let's go back to 2K quality. Oh, it's a bit... quality's gone down a bit at the moment, but that's fine. We can still see. It's a little toilet. They haven't worked on the toilet yet, which is fine. Toilet's like the least priority, right? Going back out. In games, I'm not a big fan of the motion blur. Are you guys a big fan of the motion blur? I'm not. Whenever you turn, you're like, ooh. And we saw that little PSX4 there. Right, now, there's a little bit more gameplay as well that we just saw. Maybe I can show you here before we go to the roadmap. This one is very, very interesting, right? This shows us the coloring of the ships. So this is the what is the ambulance one? Not the Calico Evac, the what's the smaller medical one? The rescue one, I forget what it's called. But basically they're showing you changing the coloring of it and how easy it is because of UE5. Basically, all he did was click on a color and then apply it to that, and look at that, you've got yourself a golden rescue ship. Okay, that was so easy. And I think because of the program is so smart, it just knows the shading to give to it. And it's just one color you can apply to the entire thing. And this would cut down the cosmetic side of it so much. Very nice, very nice. Now, I am very disappointed by how small this ship actually is. There's only one evac pod in there. I got one of these myself just recently. I honestly thought it could handle a bit more. I know the UE5 version of it is different and that specs wise it might be different, but I was like, only one evac pod, really? Now, this is the Ogrica Thripid, right? This is a huge ship, huge ass ship. They didn't go through some of the what do you call it? Some of the colors, but you can basically see how bloody big it is. Look at it. It's huge. It's huge, man. Now imagine trying to like go inside there and trying to walk around it. Now, so that's just some little gameplay we got, right? The Star Atlas team are still building stuff, or I guess I should say Spirasoft is still building a lot of stuff, while the Star Atlas team themselves are building, Scream at the moment. Let's go back to the not the economic report, the update. So this is the roadmap scan number 11. Let's go all the way down to see where the games are up to, what the different places are. So this is the showroom, right? The concept art is done for the showroom. The art is building. The UX design is done. So they're happy with the UX design. I thought there was a lot more to do within the UX and user interface, but maybe not. They're happy with it. The game design is done. The blockchain side is building, and the gameplay is building. So they're going through final polishing at the moment. Blockchain wallet and authorization integration ongoing. So this is the part where you connect your wallet and then you approve a transaction, or you say sign a transaction, that sort of stuff. Interface wallet and authorization integration ongoing. Wallet and authorization integration finalized, and final polishing. So they're very close for the showroom to actually be done, right? Very close. They keep saying 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. when, agent when. Galactic Marketplace. The blockchain is still building. The UX and user interface is still building, and the front end is also building. So the marketplace is officially fully audited. Yay! Yay! Support front-end team throughout final implementation of the new marketplace. Added new designs for the homepage to add links for Showroom and Scream. And the code is 95% complete, live on DevNet and started testing. I was a bit concerned about this because they say the marketplace is officially fully audited, but then the code is 95% complete. I honestly thought, like, as a dev, you would finish all your code and then you said all your code for a audit, because that 5% left over, there might be a small bug in there that the audit might be able to pick up on. I don't know if this is exactly how it works, or like the 5% that's yet to be implemented has already been tested somewhere else and they're happy with it. So I just thought that, if it's 95% complete, then don't send it for an audit which is now completed. Just little small things, What's coming up for the marketplace: support to front-end team, ongoing design reviews, QA process, sharing the link with internal team as well as with the moderators to start training people and get early feedback. So they're going to start the onboarding process. So when people come to Star Atlas Discord to ask for, how do I do this? How do I do that? So at least it's people who already know how to do it. And that's going to be me. I'm going to be making videos on YouTube to show you how to use the marketplace. Project Scream. The game design is still building. Blockchain is building. US design is prototyping. Economic is in the R&D phase, which is very, very behind. The web is prototyping. Shifting to the build phase for Scream. Continuing to define explicit requirements. I'm not going to read that. We always read that. Shifting to build phase. Continuing to build cargo program, the movement program, and the star system program. Awesome. Continuing wireframes and interaction flows. Focus on crafting flow and refining inventory management. Thank you very much. I love me some inventory hoarding. Continuing to build Scream screens, risk evaluation of gameplay mechanics, and change status from prototyping to building. Yay! We've moved up a step in the Scream. Upcoming activities. Yes, core gameplay mechanics. Validate gameplay loops through proof of concept. Assess the feasibility of game mechanics. Validate economic viability from economics team, who are responsible for the document that they just released. Validate economic viability from the internal game economies. Build, peer review, and test programs on testnet, then audit. Awesome. Review wireframes of project stakeholders. Wireframes, sure. Handover wireframes to the UI team. Continue to build the UI Scream. Determine game balancing tactics, contingency, plus scenario planning. This is a big part of it, right? This is a big part. Because I think in the beginning, people were upset that some of the capital class or commander class ships weren't be able to go immediately into Scream, and they were very unhappy because they're the whales. They support Star Atlas, right? So I think they had to change this a bit and allow these people now to have immediate access into Scream. And immediate access means that they're going to have a giant monopoly on any of the resources, any of the fighting. Before people get organized, when the giant ship comes in, when it's really empty, they're going to take advantage. Build towards playtesting and validate gameplay loops that require higher fidelity game. The DAO. The DAO product design is done. The UX design is done. Front end is building. Blockchain is building. So we're very close to the DAO. I know I say it all the time, but we're getting closer. The primary functionality is close to feature complete, assisting ongoing audits and front end team. Atlas staking program was submitted for an audit. Thank you very much. Finished high fidelity designs. They're testing the link for the Atlas staking program to the marketplace to apply the incentive structure. So we know already that when you stake your Atlas, you should be getting an incentive or like a discount on fees or something like that, something for you to actually stake your Atlas. We don't know exactly what the benefits are, but it should be good enough for you to want to stake your Atlas, right? If you're using the marketplace often enough, then you should stake a little bit of Atlas. If it's like 100 Atlas to be staked, I'm sure everyone will do it. If it's like 10,000 Atlas to be staked, then we'll find out. If it gives you like a 1% discount on fees, then it's even better. System polishing. The system polishing team has been restructured. For now, they support other other product projects in order to increase the overall development speed. Hence, this week, there will be no system polishing update. Cool. I think restructuring is good in this kind of bear market, right? I know Star Atlas kept saying they're in a good position, but at the same time, you shouldn't be hesitant in restructuring yourselves if you feel like there is a restructuring that needs to be done. It's good that they want to increase the overall production speed of other projects and other side things, because really that's what we need. Like in the bear market, people want to see that you're building and you're shipping. We see that you're building and shipping, but if you could do this even faster, then great. Is the system polishing really needed? Like, is it permanent? Is it that important right now? No, we need like gameplay. That's what we need, and for us to get in there. So if we can get in faster, even better. Now, what else did I also miss? There was one thing I wanted to show you guys. We saw that, and we saw that. Let's go ahead and finish the economic report. I read this entire thing. I hope you guys read it as well, because there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, right? The Star Atlas State of the Economy. Now, what did I actually, what did I glean from this? The same kind of stuff I mentioned in the last video. There were a few small interesting things. For example, look at the Star Atlas census, right? The census tells us who's in Star Atlas, right? And they split it up between non-resident Atlas, non-resident ship, non-resident polis, residents, and then citizens. So citizens are who are, I would say, the important people within the Star Atlas metaverse. They are employed, which means they're participating in score. They own a ship. They hold polis. They hold Atlas. Okay, but they actually make up a very small share of the actual Atlas metaverse. Of the Star Atlas metaverse. The non-resident Atlas people have a very high share. All they do is they hold Atlas. They don't do anything else. They don't participate in Scream. They don't participate in ships. They don't have one. They don't hold any polis. They just have the Atlas token, which means like they're being constantly diluted by all the ship rewards coming out. I don't understand them. Like, that makes no sense. They shouldn't just be holding Atlas. It's the utility game token. Why are you holding the game token if you're not playing the game? It makes no sense. But they are a high percentage, nearly 40%, which is crazy to me. Once again, 75% of Star Atlas population holds Atlas, and 66% of these guys are not participating in score. So that's a giant percentage, right? Immigration, they compared us to the rest of the metaverse kind of plays. But this is actually the faction immigration. See it coming down for a while. Daily active ships. They did say something important, which was that Oysters had a giant daily active ship count. But this is mostly because we know one guy, Bodhi from Bodhi, whatever his name is. He's a giant whale. He's got like 14 tree arrows, and all of his winnings, all of his Star Atlas earnings, has been going to buying Thimble air bikes, and that's him right there, making the Oysters look a lot better than the rest of the guilds. There were a lot of other calculations that I looked at, nothing too crazy, and I wanted to. There's lots of stuff here. So much stuff here. I should have put down which ones I wanted to talk about. That's the him again. The ships per player. So that's him. That's basically him. I'm sure we have other whales and other silent whales, but for now, he's the only one that like we really, really know of. And I want to reiterate for anyone here, the cost of capital is the causal deterrent of fleet expansion, the determinant of fleet expansion. In particular, the fall in the price of the Atlas has resulted in substantial repricing across the previous minted ships below origination values. So Atlas went down, all the ships have been repriced, right? This explains the growth in the share of reinvested Atlas earnings attributed to repeat deposits. People are earning their Star Atlas, their Atlas token, and they're not selling it. They're using that same Atlas token to go and buy these repriced ships on the market. Ships that are being sold on market from previously held inventory at substantial discounts to origination prices present a better opportunity than diversifying into newly produced ships. What they're saying is if you're going to buy a ship, you shouldn't buy at VWAP price. You should definitely go and buy at a severely discounted price, which at the moment is like 80% or like 70% for some of these ships. Crazy, crazy discounts. Will they ever go up to that 3,000 mark, like the origination price? Well, it's a secondary marketplace, right? If there's enough demand for these ships and there's no one going to sell them, that's it. You have to pay what you're going to pay. And it's supply and demand. How many people want the ship versus how many people are willing to sell it right now? Not a lot of people are willing to sell like a Rainbow Ohm at the moment. You know why? Because we found out their specs are very good. Their specs are very good. Okay. I want to show you because I will bring it up so you can see yourself here. And don't mind me and my YouTube history. I'm going to bring up let's say a Rainbow Ohm, right? A Rainbow Ohm is only a medium ship, but the slots it has is a large warp drive, okay, a large impulse engine, okay, and a large hull reinforcement. And remember, they said that the components here, like two small ones, are not equal to one medium one. Two small ones are only equal to 73% of a medium one. So this ship is basically having some of the components. This medium ship has the components of a large ship, which makes it even more valuable, right? And of course, it's a rainbow ship. It's hard to even manufacture in the first place. That's it, guys. I'm going to leave it here. We're at the 17-minute mark. I'm going to leave it. Read the report, guys. It was very informative. Not much, like they approached it from like a Star Atlas thing, but they didn't take much into context of everything else happening outside Star Atlas with the Atlas and Polis tokens. Like they don't talk about any of the lending markets such as Radium or Frankium where people could lend out their Atlas instead of holding it or participating in Score. I think that was a big missed opportunity, to be honest, because it's not just because the tokens themselves don't just live in Star Atlas, right? They live elsewhere. FTX, Radium, Francium, all the other liquidity pools. I know it's even more work to include these, but you have to say that, this is the data you have only pertains to what you're able to glean and not within the liquidity pools. That's what my recommendation would be. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate your time as always. I will leave you and love you. Ciao for now. So good. It's a chai.